think we have some quite a few pieces. We're really looking forward to November 1, where we can find out where we're at physically, technically, and then go into the season, the real season, which would be the Cyclone Open, and into our duels, feeling real good about our performance up to that point. So, big year for us. Take that next step, and I know our guys are locked into doing that.
A lot of young talent mixed in with veteran guys like Kyvan and Mike. What does that do for your team from top to bottom?
Well, I just think it creates a little more excitement because these young guys are really, really excited. Excited about the opportunity to wrestle in Hilton, to wrestle down in Iowa City, to wrestle all around the country. So I just think it's kind of re-energized guys like Kyvan. Mike's pretty well energized, but Kyvan's been through quite a bit. Kind of that veteran that's been through a few things, and so these young guys are kind of re-energize the whole group, and then you throw John Meeks back in there, and you throw Gabe Marino up to probably his true weight class. They're excited. I mean, one thing I can say is that they're excited to compete. It's one thing to look good in the wrestling room; it's another thing to look good in competition. And so I'm very, very interested to see if our training carries over to competition, and if it does, we're gonna feel pretty good about that.
For Michael and Kyvan, they've been so close as All-Americans. What is the next step for them? Is it mindset? Is it technique? What?
No, I mean it's just you got to have a hot tournament. I think they've had some hot rounds, but I think we've there's been a round in there at the NCAA tournament where we've kind of fell off and didn't compete at our best. You see Mike continues to outperform his seed by quite a bit, and so he goes to that tournament hot and he goes ready to wrestle, but then we run into a David Taylor, and that's a tough matchup for us. So Mike knows he's right there with the best guys in the country. I think his ranking kind of proves that, as well as Kyvan. So they got to get there healthy. They got to get there and have the right mindset, and they have to have a hot tournament, and they can't have any let-ups or make any mistakes on their way to the final. So that's an expectation that they have for themselves, and based on what they've done in the past and their overall ability, that's our expectation as well.
What do you have to do to take that next step as a team?
Well, man for man, we have to compete. Man for man, from 125 up to heavyweight, they have to just go out there and lay it on the line. They have to go out there and give 100% effort each and every match. If they do that, we'll take that step for sure. We have a good group of guys. We have that good mix of upperclassmen and underclassmen, guys right there in the middle that have seen some tournaments. Leland Witherspoon's a sophomore. Gabe Marino's a sophomore. They've already seen the tournament. They've felt the tournament. They've been to Big 12 championships. So that mix of experience, along with guys that have performed, should give us a great opportunity to take that step we've had in the past.
What did you want John to get out of last year, and what do you think that he did get out of it?
Just maturity and being able to take a deep breath and just focus on training, focus on getting better. He missed being away from the team and competing every single weekend in and out and traveling with the team. And so we wanted him to get that little more of that hunger back to him that he had when he was a freshman, that maybe going through a tough year kind of took from him. And so this is the year that when he came back this year, he's been rejuvenated, because he knows that I'm going to have an opportunity to be back in that starting lineup, to be back in Hilton, and to travel and give myself a chance to perform at the NCAA championship. And so I think that hunger, to get that hunger back a little bit, to get motivated to go out and compete the way he's capable of competing, because he can do some things if his mind's in the right place and his body's in the right place, and he's with a team that's performing at a high level. And I think John brings a tougher mentality to our team when he's on his game.